Welcome to the Golden Feather. Grab a pint, a plate, and pick your seats. Your hosts Vertex and Shibibri are back from their latest adventure.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Golden Feather podcast. Today we have the Couch Nerd with us. Hi.
Hello.
I understand you're coming back from a long hiatus.
Yeah, about a year or so.
Oh, man. It's a little while. For those of you who were with us back when we were the Party of Five or even the beginnings of the Golden Feather, Couch Nerd was the one that created the really interesting portal particle effect that was our background for a little while.
Yeah, I think I call it Gateway Vortex, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I know Steven liked it, so
yeah.
I mean, he did good there.
Yeah, definitely. He commented and thought it was kind of cool, so. But yeah, we also have Vertex. Hi, Vertex.
Hello.
Looking mighty pretty today.
So behave.
All right, so we had a dev discussion yesterday, live stream, where they talked about housing, and we have some awesome people that have joined us already. Hi, Woodchip. Hi, Theater Elf. Yes, pretty in purple. I agree.
Well, I guess we did kind of almost match up now, didn't we?
Oh, almost, huh? Yeah. And then Couch Nerds over here being awesome with like the runes and everything. I wish I had gotten your little GIF where like the runes like light up randomly and like the little particle effects. That would have been kind of cool to have for the video.
Yeah, it's actually like a video file. I haven't made it into a GIF yet.
Okay. Yeah, so that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Next time, if you're not filling up for the cam thing, because I know that you are busy. You said you're moving.
Yeah, I'm currently moving, so I can't do the cam thing right now because the place is a mess and it's pretty late here too. It's like 2 a.m.
I completely understand about places being a mess and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I think when we move into a place, we end up moving in right away-ish, but then we actually are unpacking for the next, I couldn't tell you how long.
Yeah, pretty much. I still find boxes recently that I'm like, oh, hey, that's where that thing went.
Yeah, it can take a really long time.
Yeah. So, let's talk about you. You have come back from your hiatus. And what do you plan on doing? Like, who are you? Where are you? What do you do?
Well, I'm primarily a Twitch streamer, so I'm mostly going to be doing streaming. But I have done some animated wallpapers before and graphics and effects for other people in the community. So I'm probably going to keep doing that. If people need help with animations and stuff, I mean, they can just DM me on Discord. And well, I'm from Sweden, so.
Nice. So it's very, very late / early in the morning for you right now.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you staying up late if this isn't as late as you're normally up.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually go to bed at like 3 a.m. anyway, so I can stay up for like 1 hour, but 2 hours, yeah, that's a bit stretch.
Okay, so you missed the memo where this was going to be a 3-hour show then. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well, that's good because I forgot to send it, so we're good.
I'll just be a zombie for half of the show then.
Ah, man. Zombie couch right here. First time seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, so why did you start making content for Ashes? Like what about Ashes, like your favorite part, or what about Ashes in general caused you to want to make content for Ashes of Creation?
Well, I did some streaming before, but I mostly streamed a football game called Football Manager. But I've always been into like MMOs and stuff, but kind of tired of them. I played a lot of World of Warcraft before, and I didn't really want to stream that. But then I saw Ashes of Creation, and the node system really grabbed me. I thought that was really interesting, how like stuff can change depending on what you do on the server. I thought like, yeah, I could see myself streaming this. So that's the main
Nice.
reason, the known system, basically.
Gotcha. Now you said you mainly did the football game thing. Now, did you do much for MMOs as far as any kind of content creation before that?
Not really. I played a lot of MMOs, but I haven't done really any content creation for MMOs. So this is gonna be like a first for me.
Cool. This is our first MMO of creating a podcast for as well. So it's kind of cool to have an opportunity to start making content for something, and especially a game that's constantly evolving and coming out with new information. Granted, not exactly the information we always want to see, but still new information, things to talk about, you know.
Yeah, the MMO community has been pretty stale, at least when it comes to games. Like, you only really had World of Warcraft and then like 2 games that popped up, and then most just die. So at least I hope Ashes of Creation can stay around for a long part.
Yeah.
You and me both. Honestly, I think it's got the potential for it, for sure. It's just a question of if the execution comes down to the theoretical, this is what we want to do.
Yeah,
I'm
they
hoping
do
it
have
does.
good developers, though. They do have that,
Right.
so that helps.
And honestly, even during the regular Q&As, when like a simple question will come out and they'll have a very in-depth answer, you can see that they're doing a lot of talking and a lot of consideration on exactly how they're going to be working something like the shield block thing they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Really
hearing
interesting.
the stuff that they bounced around as far as ideas on how to make it work and be active.
Yeah, they talked about having it like be a timed window or something. At least one part of it. So it's going to be like a tab skill, but you're going to have a timed window. Depending on how fast you react, you may get more or less mitigation.
Yeah, it was like instead of being like you hit a button and your timing will depend on if you block or not, like you hit a button and it will actually kick out a buff, but then blocks more directly in front of you, so you still have to aim at whatever you're trying to block.
Okay.
So it's still a little active, but not quite as like Twitch finger active. Like you don't have to work like you're playing StarCraft or something with, you know, working on your APM.
Yeah, but also like if you're playing a tank, you really want to focus on threat generation and boss positioning than mitigation. I mean, you have to do them, but it should be more like a side thing, in my opinion, at least.
Thank you so much, Woodchip. Much appreciated.
Oh my
Thank you.
gosh, would you? Oh my gosh, I got a B.
What did I get? I got oh, it's a
Oh my gosh, those are
penguin!
freaking adorable.
Oh, I love the penguin. Okay, everyone gets a sub. Aw. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Seriously.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wood Chip's officially our first superhero.
Yes. Superhero of Ashes. Okay, so are there any projects that you're going to be working on? I see here that you have this nice little dwarven guy with the cute little phoenix thing.
It's actually a gnome.
Oh, it's
I
a
know
gnome,
Ashes.
sorry.
I know Ashes is not supposed to like, it's a minor race, but I always like gnomes, and until I pick my race, it's just gonna stay a gnome. I may redo it later. Well, not me. It's actually, I'm using an artist called, his name is Justin Wood. He's been doing all the art, and I basically do the animations, effects, and some minor Photoshop tweaking and stuff. So yeah, projects at the moment, I'm just working on a graphical rebrand before Alpha 1 hits.
Nice.
Nice. Now, you know, I'm not sure how many other people are as into anime as we are, but when I saw your little guy, I immediately thought of Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying, it looks like a little Escanor. It reminds me of an Escanor with the little flame on his hand and everything.
Yeah.
Not sure if you've seen that, but yeah, it reminds me of a little mage Escanor. It's fantastic.
Cruel Phoenix.
Cruel the Phoenix. Exactly. I like it.
Oh man.
So,
Wow.
what is just the last question for you specifically, and your opinions that brought you over to Ashes? What is and I'm gonna put out a disclaimer here. Anything but nodes. You're allowed to say anything but nodes. What thing are you looking forward to most, or what's the most exciting feature that you see in Ashes from what they've talked about, except for just generally saying nodes, because that's kind of a default that has to be the most important.
Well, I'm a big raider. So I'm really looking forward to the raiding. Like some of the art of the world bosses are pretty cool. Like I remember they had like a giant, was it a tree or something? Like it was massive. And that sounds really good.
Big tree boss thing, yeah.
Yeah, so like imagine fighting that. Like, it would be really cool. And how they talk like how world bosses can affect like the weather and the seasons.
Yeah.
That's really cool too. And also I also like the monster coin system. That looks pretty cool.
Interested in seeing how that pans out myself too. Seeing what they do for that.
I mean, they could do some really cool things, like maybe you can be like a dragon and stuff.
Yeah.
I can see it being really cool.
Now, what's your take on the whole open world raids that they were talking about possibly doing, like open world raiding and open world dungeons?
I mean, I've never actually experienced them. I mostly played instance raiding and dungeons, so it's going to be interesting seeing how they work, like with the PvP element. We do know they're going to have some instance parts though, but I think it could be interesting. I think it's going to depend on which server you play on, because some servers may have like a lot of PvP players and they probably going to want to gank you, so it could be a bit tedious.
Yeah, I mean, that's a totally different aspect of it. I know a lot of people have brought up, well, what if we almost have it killed and somebody else swoops in and kills it? Well, how about if the boss almost has you killed and someone swoops in and kills you? Oh yeah, and also takes the boss. I
mean, you had that in World of Warcraft, at least early on the PvP servers. And I mean, that was fine. You need to have like 2 raid teams, one to protect the main raid team.
Yeah, right.
So it's like a very different, it's very different than like doing an instance raid, because you have to have like, well, these people are going to protect the main team that is going to kill the boss. And then you like rotate who gets loot.
You know, I can't believe I didn't think of that before, because I was thinking of, hiring out mercenaries to go protect gatherers and people trying to, move their caravan with especially valuable gear. And, I mean, I can't believe I didn't think about it. That'd make guilds even more important.
Yeah, but there's probably going to be guilds that just like sell their services to like protect you while you're doing world bosses.
I'm gonna need the protection just to go out and get like crafting materials.
I mean, streamers are probably gonna need that, especially if you're popular.
That's true.
I don't see it.
Yeah, how cool would that be though if guilds had an agreement between them? Like one was big into PvP and the other one was big into raiding, and they said, all right, we'll raid to get materials and patterns to go craft you guys awesome weaponry and armor. And you guys just need to make sure you protect this open world raid while we're killing the bosses.
I mean, that's probably, that has to happen.
Wow. Yeah, actually, I can't believe I didn't think of that before. That would actually be a really nice dynamic and really kind of force some cooperation between either different divisions in a guild or different guilds altogether.
One thing I'd like to see though is like something that Asmongold had mentioned about the ninjaing of the loot that kept happening during the video they put out and didn't cut.
That was hilarious.
It would be really interesting to see what they end up doing with that, because like that would become a problem, I think, if like let's say guild A actually kills the boss but guild B goes and ninjas the loot. Like what?
They're probably gonna tie it to tags if they're gonna have tags.
That would be nice.
I think they already mentioned there's going to be some kind of a tag.
So the first one that attacks it, that raid group is going to have the tag, and you're going to have to kill them to take the tag from them.
Interesting. That kind of sucks. Like, I killed the boss. Great. Now I have to defend myself against you guys.
They can't have like free-for-all looting. That's just not going to work.
Yeah.
That would be horrible.
That would be horrendous. I'd be scared to play that game, to be honest. But yeah, honestly, if they, as long as they do some kind of actual tagging, that'd be
yeah,
really
they're probably gonna do tagging.
Yeah, they said they would. I think it's just what kind of tagging is still up for debate.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to just keep my eye on, like what they decide to do with that, because I kind of like how World of Warcraft has it, where like, for example, I know they're not necessarily dropping equipment, but they'll be dropping mats. But if you have a crafting tag on you somehow, like I am, let's say, a tailor, cloth worker, and somebody else in the group is also a tailor / cloth worker, would we get more benefit or like a higher priority of that stuff because that's our actual crafting thing? Or would it literally be equal chance, and then whoever else can get it, even if they don't need it, they'd just be selling it for money? Like that's something I'm kind of curious about.
I mean, if you're in a guild, you probably have already decided who's gonna get the crafting material. But if you're in a pug, I don't know, you guess you're gonna do need for greed or something?
Yeah.
And just roll for it?
That's what I was hoping like they would end up doing, is like, if you need it, do a need for it. If you don't need it, do a greed for it. If you don't care, just pass. Like, I really liked that system. I think it worked really well.
I think they've said they're gonna have like different loot systems, like need for greed and like master loot and stuff.
Cool. I might have missed it. It's just there's a lot.
And if I remember, if I may remember this wrong, but didn't they even talk about having some kind of bidding system too, that you can like bid money for an item?
That would be fantastic if they actually had something like the.
I mean, that would be great for carries.
I'm trying to remember the names of the systems where like it would actually measure contribution, and you'd build up points and whatnot. But it's contribution, the raid leaders and such like that would actually measure contribution. Like if you bring a ton of resources, you get X amount of points of contribution.
Yeah, and then you can spend that contribution coin or whatever for gear like or something.
Yeah, something
like DKP, but like built into the game.
Yeah, something like that would be actually pretty cool if they were to build it in.
Yeah. I just know that some of the guilds I was a part of for World of Warcraft in the past, like you were a part of their Discord server, which is actually how I found out about Discord in the first place. But they would like keep track in your notes of like the user notes who has like a coin for like, for example, I was really big into potions and meals. So I'd supply potions and meals, and in return I'd get coins for being a part of the guild like that. And then they would like divvy up the coin points, I guess you would say, and then whoever has like X amount of coins gets this level, like let's say 5 for a common, 10 for rare, and 20 for legendary or epic or something like that. So like you'd save up these coins and then say, I want that, I'm using my coins for it for first dibs or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. It was EPGP. It was effort points and gear points.
Yeah.
So like certain ranks of gear would actually count as a higher tier to basically reduce how many effort points you've put in. So if you put in a ton of effort by always being there, always being on time, always contributing mats and whatever, you get extra effort points. And then if you get a common piece of gear, it would lower it by a certain amount. But if you get a legendary, it would reduce it by a large amount. And suddenly you would drop down to the bottom priority because you got a legendary, and now the rest of the guild has to catch up to what you just got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could we take a moment to discuss what's being chatted on right now in the discussion, which is about like maybe larger streamers possibly taking over stream servers and like a hardcore PvP guild like logging out and then waiting. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Woodchip.
Oh.
That's so sweet. Aw, thank
Woodchip,
you.
you're the bestest. What did I don't even know what I got.
I got a rainbow paint melting over the world or something, dripping over the world. I think that's cute.
I don't know. I think I got a trans sandwich is what it looks like. That's all I can think.
Yours is like a pink, white, and blue pillow with a crown on top.
Okay, it's a pillow. Okay.
Yeah, with
I
the
saw
hand.
him holding it up, and I was like, "It's a hamburger."
Hamburger.
It's because I'm in OBS, so like I can hover over the emotes and they get like larger for me. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I like
Cheater.
cheaters.
Hacks.
I'm not cheating.
Hacks.
I'm not cheating. I'm streaming. Hello. Hi. But man, we're gonna be known as the cheater podcast now. Got the pants, got the emotes.
Right.
Oh man.
But yeah, I could totally see with a max pop of 10,000 on the server, I could easily see a major streamer that covers it, if the game becomes popular and they have, 1 million subs, or hell, even like 500,000 subs,
The
I'm
question,
pretty sure they could fill a server fairly quickly with just
Easily.
people watching them. Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah,
that they
easily.
could fill the server, but my question is like, how would the conflict happen on that server? Like, I'm just not like I want to be a part of said server. I'm just curious from like curiosity's sake. How would that server thrive? Like, it's not like
Oh,
World of
see,
Warcraft.
I mean, he
where-
would die, more or less.
There would be a lot of conflict actually, because you have people who would be trying to prove themselves that they can take down the streamer, and they want to be on the stream, like their name announced for killing the guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
And then
true.
you're gonna have the other people that are like, I just want to play with my favorite streamer. What do you want me to do? I'll do anything.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
I'll get all the mats for you. And
I mean, the
so they would be on that
biggest-
side.
Yeah, the biggest issue is when the streamer quits, then that
Yeah.
server basically dies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could die,
I could
and
see
that's I think that's a thing that maybe Intrepid might want to look at, is possibly
Yeah,
what to
that's
do
one of my
if a
biggest
server
worries.
dies, or what to do with like raising the cap in the case of a large streamer coming in and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, I mean, I get like a lot of people would bail, but I mean, at the same time, I don't know, I'm just kind of curious. I want to see how it all pans out. Like, I don't want to say one way or the other. A shout out.
Shout out to Chris Games. Chris, yeah, it's supposed to be pronounced Chris, right? I think we established that before. Chris.
Crits.
I
I've
heard
been
his
calling him
is
Crits
Chris.
this whole time.
Yeah.
Because the 7,
But,
like a T, Crits.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I could see
Hey,
if
I was right.
Crits. Okay, there you go. Crits it is. Crits it is. That's what I thought it was, but who was it?
Was it BCG?
Was it Sim? I think
I
it was
don't know.
Sim, yeah, Sim or BCG. I forget who it was. It was like, that's Chris. Okay, that's Chris then. But yeah, I could see if a big streamer leaves that server, it would die, but I don't know how quickly.
Yeah.
I think it might almost be able to be replaced slowly by people just joining the game naturally and being like, hey, this server is getting, it's
hopefully.
lower pop now. And also, the other neat thing about that would be that people who have established cities, if they start to like a mass exodus, those cities are going to start, those metropolises are going to start downgrading. And a bunch of people are going to jump into basically a clean server, because all these points of interest that are based on node level are going to go away.
So like the node D levels after a period of time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of decay. So you leave it be, and it's going to eventually just become a ghost town and poof away.
Yeah, I like what Styx just said. At the end of the day, those servers should support the game as a whole. As long as they can be dodged, no worries. Like, being able to choose...
Like,
go ahead, sorry.
Some are gonna probably stick around even.
Yeah.
With the streaming.
Yeah, some people just enjoy the game and hang out there, so...
There's
Yeah,
pros
they
and
might be
cons
like-
to everything, like if the streamer leaves but they still thought it was a really cool game, they might stay in that server. Like, I don't know, let's pop over to this other server that seems to have stuff popping on, or like checking out other people who are streaming and like, oh, what server are you on? That server looks like it's having a lot of fun, let's check out that one. I mean, I only joined World of Warcraft because my dad. I was like 13 at the time, but I don't know, I popped around on a lot of different servers, and I just kind of went wherever the wind took me, wherever people would play with me, I guess, because my dad had a guild, so I played with my dad's guild for a while, and then like that was back before like Cataclysm, and then like bye guild and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's something I think they're really going to need to work out. I know Steven's kind of been not exactly firm on the direction he wants to go with that, but I really think that server transfers are going to need to be a thing, because if nothing else, people are going to be playing and they're going to be on a server because they just jumped into the game, and then they're going to meet people on Discord and through the forum. They're going to want to play with those people because they got to be really good friends with them or whatever, and they're going to need the ability to transfer to play with their friends instead of starting all over again.
Yeah, and like, I mean, they are gonna start all over again technically, because as we talked about last time, server A may have progressed in certain ways that server B didn't, so losing out on certain materials because of that,
Yeah,
so
I think it's going to end up being one of those things where they're going to have to have some way to transfer some of that, but the rest of it, the person's just going to have to realize that, hey, you were following this certain, god or religion, but they didn't even develop that one at all on this server. So all of your devotion is just gone.
Yeah.
Like pick a new god or something.
Yeah,
I guess, yeah. And that's gonna be like the interesting thing. Or like, I don't know, maybe you're the one that find the magical, mystical shrine for that god again, because you went through it the first time and you're like, oh, I did this and this happened, so maybe.
Yeah, as long as it's limited though.
That's the other thing I'm interested in knowing, like, is it going to be the same for every server, how you like choose the god or whatever, or is it going to be different? Is it going to be like something core where like the god of war or whatever comes out and shows itself to you if you're constantly PvPing, or do you have to like do something? I don't know. I'm interested.
Yeah, that's probably going to stay the same. And to be honest, there's only so much flexibility they can really give everything.
Yeah.
And that actually brings up another point I was going to talk about today, was the fact that your freeholds, like, you can't place them in a spot where there's going to potentially be a point of interest in the future.
Yeah.
Totally map out. Like, somebody could go through with just a freehold in their bag and go to drop it here and drop it there and drop it there and map out where points of interest could be in the future. Maybe not what they are, but at least there's going to be something there.
Yeah, something is gonna spawn there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think all of that's going to probably be static, and it's just a question of if players unlock it rather than is it the same for every server. I think all that stuff's probably going to be identical for every server.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it being different.
Which honestly is going to drive both like destroying old content and creating new content, because people are going to hear what's going on in other servers and they're going to want that. They've already cleared out all this other stuff with this metropolis, and they're going to say, let's abandon this metropolis and make a new one over there because that place has this other stuff.
I mean, yeah, there's going to be websites that say like, oh, if you do this and this, you're going to spawn this dungeon and you can find this pattern here. And then people are like, oh, I need that pattern. And they're going to go and try and get that dungeon to spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And yes, shout out Kurtz. Yes, hydration is important.
My hydration's over there. Which if you can only drop one freehold at a time, but apparently you can have a summer house.
If you go to try to drop it down, it's not going to let you. If there's a point of interest there, it's going to say you can't do that. And it looks like, based on the BR, when you went to drop down those little houses that might have treasure chests in them or whatever, it would be all red if you couldn't place it in an area. So you could walk around with just that hanging out in front of you and just run around, wait till it turns red, and then just walk a circle around whatever the point of interest is.
Thank you so much, Woodchip. You're so sweet.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
And I got a pride bear. Got little hearts. I like it.
Is that a bear or a fox?
It's a bear. Maybe a chipmunk. I don't know. Some form of fuzzy.
Got a cute koala.
Sunflower got half a heart.
Whoa, we got an interesting unicorn.
Okay.
Smug unicorn, I'm gonna call it. It's called Pride Unicorn.
Smuggicorn.
Smuggicorn. Oh, I love these. These are so cute.
Adorable.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you keep these forever?
See people...
I want the heart. Oh,
I think so.
I want a heart hand. I like heart hands. Oh, okay.
Gotta get two of them, a left and a right.
Ah, man.
But now Sunfrog's been revealed. But yeah, I don't know. I see people going through and like data mapping, like grabbing an entire map and just saying there's a point of interest here. I don't know what it is, but I couldn't place a freehold.
That's definitely gonna happen.
Or when it's gonna come out, yeah.
Yeah,
there's gonna be websites that's gonna track all that.
Saying, just saying, it might be ours.
Maybe. You never know, to be honest. So, housing. I thought it was kind of cool that you could turn off and on your house lights and everything. Although, like, I must say, I'm not OCD, but that rug, I really wanted to fix the rug because there was like a little part
it triggered me so much.
There were so many large wrinkles.
I was like, what the fuck?
I was just like, can I just... And I think it was funny because he was moving and his character went up on the, like, where the rug came up. So he, like, got up on the rug, basically, where it, like, came up. And I was just like, man, I want to fix the rug. Can we...
Somebody smooth it out. Now it makes me wonder if there's like options for smooth rug versus bumpy rug.
Oh my gosh. Just make your whole house like super messy. Just all the like what is it called? Disgrumpled.
Yes,
It was
like
really
all
bothering
over
me
the
too.
place.
Yes, I'm not the only one. I was like, oh man, I don't know if this is just me, but I was just like, can I just
No,
fix that
I
rug real
saw
quick?
it like right away. Because I was watching the live stream with my guild, and I was like, oh my god, that rug.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm going to be the one to buy a house in a city, and I'm going to make it open for everybody to visit, and it's going to be called the Trigger Cabin. It's gonna be nothing but a lot of bumpy rugs with like furniture pushing, like set just so it looks like somebody sat down really rough and made that rumple, and nobody ever fixed anything.
Yeah, everything is gonna be like.
Oh, thank you so much for the sub.
Like
We appreciate that. Thank you, Sir.
crooked paintings and shit.
Well, apparently you can make the bed messy too.
Crooked paintings too.
Like we'll have the tavern, and upstairs we'll just make all the beds messy. Like we don't have a maid. You gotta fix it yourself. Come on.
We'll have a pile of dishes on the coffee table. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh man, Sunfrog, can I put my furniture outside so it looks like I'm having a yard sale?
I vote yes.
Yeah, put the couch on the lawn too.
Yeah,
Be a
right.
bit like redneck.
Yeah, exactly. Put a little beat up side table next to it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
A bunch of potions like all over the place.
Exactly.
Jeez.
I like it. See, ideas. I'm making the Trigger Cabin. It's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh. I quit this job. I'm gonna go find another tavern. I heard there was one with cute cat girls in it.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, pay to grow. That was an interesting concept. I only recently experienced it with Animal Crossing, New Horizons. Been playing that occasionally, but that one you would like pay off, and then you can like pay and grow your thing a little bit more. So it'd be kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, I'm curious how that's gonna work. Because Couch, did you actually watch the live stream fully?
Yeah, I watched it with my guild.
So, because I believe he said at some point that as the node develops, you can pay to increase the size of your house, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious.
I've heard like two different, like early on they said like it's just gonna upgrade when the nodes upgrade, but I think you're gonna have to pay now to upgrade it.
It's actually a great question, Woodchip. Woodchip asks, so do you need to buy a house to have citizenship, or will putting a freehold down in the ZOI do the same, or zone of influence? I feel like you need citizenship to be able to buy the freehold, because at least with the test that PI had, none of us could buy the freehold even if we had the gold, because we didn't have citizenship, but we couldn't get citizenship for whatever reason.
Yeah, his response on that question was kind of confusing, because it sounded like he went both ways and rounded about. But my takeaway from it was that the current thought process is that they don't want to require citizenship to buy a house or rent an apartment in a metropolis or what have you, because if you can have a freehold and a house and an apartment, why would you want to have all three in the same node, like the same metropolis or what have you?
And he definitely did correct some stuff on the Discord afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're probably gonna test that out and see which like works the best. But how it is now, it's like you're gonna need a citizenship to buy a house, right?
Yeah. Well, let me actually read this from Stephen Sharif. With regards to housing and citizenship, it is being implemented for testing the way that it was originally documented, and will require housing ownership in a node before citizenship can be attained. A village will have 50 initial apartments, 8 cottages, and ample space in the ZOI for freeholds. The mayor may additionally construct apartment buildings when the node hits stage 4 at one of the building plots in the node, along with cities gaining additional static housing and apartments by default as a normal part of the leveling process. So that can be found in the link that Vertex just put in.
Yeah, it was on the forum. I think they did a Discord news post about it too.
Yes, yeah.
But it kind of makes sense because they've been talking about like you're supposed to be able to have like an apartment in one node and like a freehold somewhere else, and like a house in a different one.
Yeah. And I'm just curious if it's going to be bound to the main metropolis zone of influence, like any nodes within that zone of influence, or if you could quite literally have like of the 5 major metropolis, you could have a house in one and an apartment in another and your freehold in another one.
Interesting.
Yeah, I hope
it's
like that.
Actually, that one specifically. As far as like getting a house to be able to have citizenship, it seems like you require housing ownership in order to get citizenship afterwards. So, at least coming from what he corrected himself on, that's what we say.
But that kind of opens up the way that you can have like your freehold and your housing apartment separate.
Yeah, speaking of, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up this video. I'm not adjusting this. This is the YouTube video, so Margaret was adjusting the video midstream. Hydrate. Crits wants you to hydrate.
All right. Hydrate time. Is that gonna be a thing? You redeem points and make me drink every time? If so, I'm gonna need to get a different drink in here. I'm just saying.
Aww.
Woodchip just getting everybody emotes. I love it.
Great, thank you.
Oh my gosh. I got the koala and the pog. I love it. But
so,
yeah, that'd be
I'm gonna lower the desktop video audio. You guys can watch the rest of it with sound. I'm just gonna have it playing over here so we can go ahead and chat over it, so that way we're not feeling like cutting it off or anything.
Yeah, in case you guys hadn't seen that part, but
yeah. I lost my mouse again. There we go. But
oh, no,
so
don't lose the mouse.
well, I have a few monitors, so I forget where it's going. No, we're not playing. This is from their live development live stream yesterday. This is them showing off the housing, the way that's gonna work. So right here they have a house for sale. As you can see, there's like a little for sale sign in front of it. And he's going to, I guess, select a node and, or not a node, but a housing option and buy it. And they just kind of talk about like the little things that you can do, like different furniture you can put in there and that you can adjust lighting and such. So just
yeah, they go through and explain a bunch of stuff. But yeah, definitely check out if you haven't seen it their live stream with this part, at least with the gameplay, if nothing else, so you can see what they're going through and what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And I just got to say, random offhand comment in the chat, Ekta got a little My Little Pony thing, and they missed a chance to have the title be Pride Little Pony, and they named it Pride Wave instead.
Oh.
But okay, random side comment done. Yeah. But yeah, that'd be dandy. I like being able to pay for a bigger house. Like as the node gets bigger, I want to buy up to a mansion. Just keep going.
I agree. And there's the trigger rug right there.
The trigger rug.
I'm calling it the trigger rug.
Yeah, that annoyed me so much.
Yeah, I'm telling you, with both of those little wrinkles, I want to get like a couch scooted up to one and like a chair, like a recliner or something, scooted up to the other one. Make it look like someone just plopped down in the seat and just ruffled the carpet and never bothered to fix it.
Yeah, right.
Like you said, get all the paintings tilted, get decorations on the wall totally off center and like of weird heights. Like put the lamp way up near the top of the ceiling for some reason.
Yeah, and I guess right here they're showing that you can sell the house to somebody else. But yeah, no, it's super cool. You can even, I guess they said that they're gonna let people upload photos to put into their housing, so that you could put like little I don't know, if you have a photo of you and your guildmates, you can put like a little portraiture of you and your guildmates in your room, in your house somewhere.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's probably gonna be administrated though.
I was just gonna say, like, if the game gets big enough, I can just see them hiring somebody specifically to go through and approve or deny pictures.
Right.
That's their full-time job, all day long, just going, sure. I don't know about that one. Well, yeah, why not? Fine.
Yeah, why not? But
yeah, the Stephen painting and the sandals, of course.
I mean, the housing system looks pretty okay. I mean, it looks pretty standard. I'm more interested about the freehold, to be honest.
No, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm interested in for sure. But the housing thing that interests me is those amenities. I'm guessing that as you increase your housing size, you're going to end up getting more amenities added on. And I guess as you go to sell your house, somebody will be able to look and see what's been unlocked for it. But I'm curious if, say, the mayor of a node can actually dump money in to grant certain amenities to certain parts of town or what have you.
That would be more interesting, actually, if they did that.
80-inch TV. Oh my god.
Yeah, because then I guess somebody visiting town could start shopping for a house and see, oh look, there's this one. Oh wow, they got that unlocked. I need to buy this one right here.
Like they have the crafting amenity, like you have a chance to get like a duplicate or something.
Get a skill tree for your house.
As far as your comment,
really
Noah, cool. I've never really played Black Desert, so I can't comment on the Black Desert Online housing, but oh my gosh.
120 FPS. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where they haven't given all the details on it, but it's supposed to be very free floating with a lot of stuff. And they even have confirmed that they're going to be trophies from bosses that you can hang up on your walls and things like that. So I'm imagining that you'd be able to, and I think even at one point they said you'd be able to hang like an old weapon that you loved and put it up on the wall.
Yeah.
As hey, I obtained this like during whatever raid content. And
yeah.
Be able to just plaster that on your wall, like you got the Doom Hammer of Isengard or whatever.
Yeah. Other MMOs have done similar stuff to that, so it makes sense that they're gonna add that. It's like you can have like your own trophy house.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're an open world game and you don't have a super customizable housing system, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Looking at you, World of Warcraft.
Well, I mean, the
I'm just
closest
kidding.
they had
I'm
was
just
the
kidding.
garrison system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they scrapped that right away.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty boring.
But they also have Ashes of Creation have a little statue that you'll get for the whole like COVID situation we're dealing with right now. But basically it's like this cute little statue with like the portal, and one guy is trying to help the other guy through the portal, and basically talking about like bringing you up. Yeah, there we go. I'll just reset it. But
there you go.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Also, this game is gonna have husbandry for mounts and such, so you can capture things and raise them together.
You can create a griffin.
Yeah. What?
Like Star Wars Galaxies had a profession called bioengineer.
Yeah.
That was really cool. You could basically make your own mount, and you can like customize the stats and everything. You could breed them. I hope to make it similar to that. I mean, they do have people that probably worked on Star Wars Galaxies.
Yeah, no, this mount's like butterfly owl.
Butterfly, owl, raccoon, gorilla,
lion.
Something like that. Yeah, the animal husbandry thing, like I'm not sure if I'm going to explore it myself, but I'm really curious to see what people come up with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be cool.
But
they did like the two different versions of it. One looked more like butterfly wings and the other one looked more like moth wings.
Yeah.
Because remember they had the one for Kickstarter backers and the other one for summer backers.
Oh yeah.
It was two slightly different. One was a moth and one was a butterfly.
I'll be having the summer backer one. I missed the Kickstarter by like a day.
Yeah, I think the summer backer one was the better looking one because I think that one was the butterfly rather than moth.
I actually like most of the summer cosmetics more than the Kickstarter one.
Yeah, they had more time to.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the Angel Demon ones either. I like the Fire Ice one more.
Oh yeah, Guild Wars. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, let's see. Speaking about mounts, you can raise your mount, and they're saying that for like different races, they're gonna try to make it, I guess, as similar as possible. But I thought it was really, really cool that like basically you get like this cute little egg, and then you have to like hatch it and take care of it, and it grows into like a mount. And I was just like, raise a mount, yay!
Yeah, specifically for those that specifically for those that don't haven't been following the game very much. So that's the what was it, the legendary?
The dragons.
Yeah, the dragons and such. The ones that can fly. You can potentially get them from world bosses and other big events like that, and they're limited time. You get like an egg that you get to hatch and grow to be full adult, and once it gets full adult, it can fly. Which there's only 3 ways you can get flying mounts, and that's you got to be a mayor of a node, you got to be the king of a guild castle, or you got to be lucky and get a drop.
Thank you so much, Wood Elf. Seriously, you're just so sweet.
Oh, Wood Elf. Wood Chip. Wood Elf.
Oh my gosh, I made
him. The Beast.
So
there you go. I got.
I don't know where my mind is. I think I saw Wood Chip and then I saw something from Elf at the same time. My mind was like, Wood Elf.
That's all right. Your mind is still reeling from the raising a cute dragon into a giant dragon and flying with it.
But that's pretty cool though, because lets anyone like maybe be able to fly sometime, even if it's just like for a week.
Yeah. And the thing that I'm curious about though is they may or may not need to put a timer on how long you have to raise it to adulthood, because if
I
not,
hope they don't do that.
Well, see, the fun thing is, an interesting thing is, if people could choose how long they want to take to raise the creature, you could have an entire guild just saving up stuff.
Oh yeah,
ready
that's
to
true.
Like just almost have it fully trained, and then when like an event or something happens, they can just all go and start hatching their dragons and fly around and take care of these.
I mean, they could also do it like you know how like the eggs in World of Warcraft work? You get an egg and it hatches in like 5 days. They could do it that too.
Well, this whole like egg thing reminds me of that one side quest that you can do, I think with the, not Oracle, but it was like it's sort of some similar name in like the foresty area, and you got like this little egg and you raised like this cute little like hatchling like T-Rex thing, and like you had to feed it and stuff, and oh my gosh, I thought that was just the cutest thing. And then get all like the leathers for it.
Do quests to build it up,
It's my favorite. I'm so happy that they're doing that. I don't know why. It's just like making me super giddy.
Yeah, the happy chibi. But yeah, that's
but I never thought about that, because like it wouldn't be fun doing a guild versus guild thing and then you see like 40 dragons.
Oh
yeah,
my
exactly.
goodness.
Like everybody gets dragons and just swoops in.
Well, I guess we're dying now.
Right. Well, they could even have an entire guild that say goes and just saves up for like the next expansion. They just go and keep killing the thing to try to get more dragon eggs.
I mean, yeah, they could probably destroy a node then.
Just wait for a new expansion, and when the new expansion comes out, they can fly from one location to another, get through it really quick, and just start demolishing people that are going through all the dungeons one at a time.
I'm just gonna hide this. Sorry, my bad. I accidentally missed it. But the thing that I accidentally, that was in the live stream. The video that was playing. Also, the whole hatching of the mount thing. It's up on YouTube if you want to go see the live stream. They always put it up. I'm gonna go ahead and link the link for it. Here you go. But one thing that our guild has been talking a lot about is New World, and I haven't seen too much of it myself, but I'm kind of curious. However, somebody, Grumple, on the forums made a post about it. Yeah?
Yeah, Grumple. And there's some people that chimed in on it and whatnot, but yeah, there's quite a bit of talk about how they're kind of taking a bunch of Ash's ideas and running into it. But I know the biggest thing that I see that they were going on about is the unrestricted world PvP. and creating just a terrible environment to play in, which is why I'm actually happy of the corruption system that Ashes is going to have, because you can totally kill whoever you want, but there are consequences for doing so.
Yeah.
And it's not only that your name turns red. That's not the only consequence. Like, you actually can start dropping more items and lose more experience when you get killed.
Which I think is a good benefit for people like me who like hate PvP. And like, if you kill me, I'm like, hey, at least somebody gets something off of you. Including corruption.
I did actually play the alpha for New World early on. I haven't played like the new changes, but like I don't think it's gonna be a threat to Ashes.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't think it's gonna be a threat to Ashes either, because Ashes is so unique in what it's offering. I think that nothing else can really compare to what Ashes is offering.
No.
Yeah, unless they quite literally steal, like, because the node system is such. Yeah, the node system itself is such a giant step towards, player autonomy, or not really autonomy, and maybe that's not the right word for it, but player impact upon the world, so that they realize that what they do is actually changing the world, quite literally.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit more dynamic, and that's the most interesting thing about the system.
Yeah. New World is PvE grind game. Yeah. It's like,
I mean,
what is
when
KR?
I played it was just like a survival game, basically.
Only Ashes is a good game, period. Oh my gosh. Yeah, survival game?
Yeah, it felt more like a survival game when I played it, but this was like very, very early on, and it had like nothing to do. You had nothing to do there. It was...
okay, no, thank you.
You just leveled up and then you just attacked other villages. That was it. That's what you did, basically.
I'm one of those schmucks that got an alpha invite and just never really played it.
Well, I tried it for like a day, so I don't know.
Well, see, the funny thing is,
better.
Well, see, I got the invite to it. I got an email saying, "Hey, you come on, use this key, log in, download, and play and stuff." And it was that very same day where everybody I knew was like, "Yeah, this game's trash."
I mean, they do have good servers. That they do have that really good servers. Like I had really good ping against North America, and I'm from Europe. Like I had sub 100 ms. That was really good.
Oh, I mean, Amazon's one of the monsters when it comes to web hosting and stuff like that. I guess so
they have that at least.
Yeah.
They can give themselves the absolute best bandwidth that they can possibly come up with too. So
yeah, like no, it was really boring. Like I lasted a day basically playing it.
Yeah, and see, that's why I never really picked it up, because everybody I heard talk about it said that that's what happened, is it just went to blah, and I never picked it up, waiting for different news before I wasted my time logging in and getting the same opinion. I want to wait until somebody says that something's changed for the better, and then I want to jump in and try it.
Yeah, I'd rather play Alpha 1, to be honest.
Well, it sounds to me from like what Grumple was saying that New World was PVW or PV, like player versus world, like everything.
I mean, they had these like ghost thingies that you fought, but you mostly fought other players.
It was heavily PvP centric.
Yeah, that's basically what happened for me. Like, you had some ghosts, you ran away from them, and then you like killed a player, but if they kill you, you basically started over again, and it was really boring.
Yeah.
But this was very early on. Like, I haven't played since I think they did some changes now. You're supposed to have classes in it now. But I don't know.
I know they apparently went more PvE centric, and that, from what I've been told and what I've read, kind of gutted a lot of the main features that they had.
Yeah, I read that post too.
Yeah, I know, it's the same, Noah. Does anyone know if Steven has said anything about concerns using AWS, like competitor is getting all AOC data? I don't know, actually.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I mean, like,
well, that would destroy Amazon if word of that ever got out. If like a single whistleblower were like, "Yo, this is bad," and they just mention it to somebody like Project Veritas or something.
I don't see that happening. They will basically get sued. And
Everybody would
Amazon.
leave Amazon. There's so many people with sensitive data using Amazon Web Services that Amazon would be crushed. Like the faith in their product would be shot completely.
Yeah.
I mean, look at, I'm not sure how many of you are up in like cybersecurity stuff, but like Kaspersky antivirus for your computer. There was a rumor of maybe Russia may have had something to blah, 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 blah. And that rumor just completely destroyed a lot of their business. So it's the same thing with Amazon. A rumor of them, using any data going through their servers would just be terrible.
Yeah.
And it's like they earn so much money from their servers and like clouding. So why would they risk that for a video game? Like that's like nothing compared to their income from their customers that use their services. So they would never do that.
Yeah. Also, just to kind of backtrack, the reason why I use PVW is like from my understanding, PvE is like player versus environment, but not necessarily PvP included. And PvP is obviously PvP included. But that's why I thought PVW was like a mix of the two. I'm sorry. I'm not very well versed on all of those exactly. Like I know there's a lot of PVX guilds, which I think it was hilarious because they were trying to say like the guilds were like PvP, PvE, like PV, like whatever, and like PVX was like the simplest way to put it, but they like stumbled on that in the live stream. I thought that was kind of cute though.
Yeah, there's like PvE or PvEVP or something like
I don't know.
There's so many different acronyms out there. It's crazy.
PVX is just PvE and PvP together.
That's actually for like those of you who are probably used to that. Like PVX, the first time I ever heard of that was Ashes of Creation. Like, I've only ever seen PVX with like guilds that made guilds for Ashes of Creation. I've never heard of that before this game. So, yeah. But
I've heard it in a couple of games.
I wasn't really like into World of Warcraft or something that much where like I had to fight to be a part of a guild. Like I guess I was more of like a casual player because I've been going to high school and then college the whole time. So I'm usually busy. But the whole like PVX I think was seeming more to be on like the cutting edge side, the constantly trying to push stuff side.
Push everything, all the things, all the time.
So I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm just casual. What's up? All right.
Yeah, as we start to wind down though.
Yes.
Can cram a couple things out there real quick before we ask Mr. Couch Nerd for his closing thoughts and advertisements and such. But for those who have or have not, for that matter, been reading Grand Thor's story on the forums, just so you know, part 2 has been completed. And on the forums, he's asking for people to, chime in if they actually want him to write any more. This right here is a link over to that, should anybody want. It's actually pretty good. It's been neat seeing the progress in writing style as well. I know it's a little bit of a bumpy start at times. I think Grand Thor may or may not do a whole lot of editing and like rereading through everything, but it definitely cleans up a lot more later on. But the story itself is really good, so please do check that out. Say hello and drop a yes, please continue if you like the story.
Yeah, definitely. He did a lot, Sorry, I'm trying to find a photo within our thing. There it is.
Yeah, Crits, it's a long story, especially if you go to, here's part 1, I'll post in here as well. There's part 1, by the way, for you guys. Part 1 is pretty long, and then there's part 2, and there's many chapters within it. So
Vertex saw it and was like, oh, I think he finished the story.
Yeah, it's gonna take you a couple hours to read everything. And here is part 3. Uh-oh, I'm scared. No, part 3 is not there yet. Hydrate.
Oh my gosh. All right, here is a photo that was part of the fan art Friday from our lovely Z. And this cute but terrifying creature that can attack you while you're trying to harvest
the
goods for
Frangler or
crafting.
something like that.
I
The
think
Flangler.
so. The Flangler.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The
creature.
Flangler.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of using that for like emotes and stuff.
I don't know.
stream.
That's a good question. I think Z might be sleeping. She might have forgotten what day it was again.
Yeah, I forgot to let her know today was a stream day.
Uh-oh.
That was my one job.
In Ashes, it says, in game, it may look like a flower at first glance, but tread carefully while gathering. There are many creatures hidden in plain sight, ready to attack. Right.
And nom your hand.
Yeah. Sounds terrifying.
Working on notes part 4. Oh, Ekta. I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it, Ekta. But thanks for the info. Well, then wish her the best and hope she gets good rest.
Yes. Also, Ashes of Creation, the Harder Community. There's a post on the Ashes forum by Frosty Coffee, who just chatted. Perfect timing. Where he posted a YouTube video. Yeah. Hi. How's it going?
Yeah, I saw that video. It's really good.
Yeah, thank you. It's actually, if you are new to Ashes of Creation and want to see what it's all about, it's a good summary. It's a pretty good, well-rounded.
Yeah.
Here's
It's
Ashes.
a very good little thing. Check it out. Check it out. It's worth your time. I guarantee.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were breaking it apart like that.
Wood chip. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, I got a pride. Hey.
I got a happy beat. Happy bee. It's cute. Thank you so much. Seriously. All the help that you guys give us in terms of support goes towards bettering our stream. Aw, that's cute. I'm a little jealous of theater. I love doing this, so like at least you guys have it and you can do it back. That's all I care about.
There you go. At least you got half of it.
But basically all the support that you guys give us goes towards bettering our stream, helping Vertex not have a potato computer for both editing our videos and being able to actually capture some good in-game content while we're going through the Alpha 1 ahead. Once it releases NDA, I think it would be really, really shame on you for having a potato.
I like potatoes. Potatoes.
How long have you had your computer? 10 years?
Oh, something in there. I've Frankenstein some new parts in there. Like I didn't realize it, but apparently I upgraded my my processor since last I knew. But
mine is like 6-7 years now. I think I'm gonna need to upgrade mine too soon.
Yeah. That is, I do believe, the last time I bought parts for it, which was my R9 290 graphics card.
That graphics card was pretty good though. It lasted a really long time.
Yeah, I mean, everything's lasting so far, but now my computer is it bogs down when I try to open up to do video editing.
Yeah.
I try and edit a video and it takes like 5 minutes to open it.
Yeah.
I tried to do a 1 minute animation in 4K. It took like 15 minutes.
Oh, I don't even want to think about 4K. Holy moly.
Well, I do all my stuff in 4K just like to have it. I don't really, I'm not really gonna stream or do anything in 4K, but it's good to have it in 4K.
Yeah. It's 4K.
But it's so really like it requires so much resources. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I recommend if you are new to Ashes, check out Ashes post. I always do a shout out for them, but only because they are super amazing and they do transcriptions of the live streams.
Yeah, this transcription.
Yeah, and you can always go through. It's all written out. It basically has like the most up-to-date information, I guess, from it, where like they just kind of like quickly go through and they like write out what was talked about, etc. Also, the forums, check out the official Ashes of Creation forums for a lot of the stuff that we were talking about. It's free to join. If you have an account, I guess if you get an account while this whole like situation is happening, you get the little trophy automatically in game for registering during this time.
You also get a gift when the game goes live.
Yeah. Also, the molten looking things on my screen here, those are the last cosmetics that were created for Ashes of Creation. They're currently on hold with any new cosmetics until further notice due to the whole situation. I've heard that certain words are not allowed to be said on YouTube, so I'm avoiding it. But yes, I've done some creative editing and made it look like it belonged in the scenery here. Not very well, because it's a stark contrast.
The ships looks pretty good, actually.
I feel like the ship is trying to eat that rock. I'm not sure. Either that or it's still trying to eat the other ship behind it.
It's like a demonic ship, so yeah.
Yeah, right.
I never noticed that. It does look like a big old mouth going.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It looks like the demon ship or something. It looks pretty cool, actually.
But yeah, please do join the Discord. Check out what Frosty HD, Couch Nerd, a lot of these other people are putting out.
Yeah, you should check out John Lone too.
Yeah, John Lone does some good stuff as well. Ashes Pathfinder, tons of places to get Ashes content if you're new and interested. But last words, Mr. Couch Nerd.
Okay, well, I see someone ask, like, yeah, I am actually gonna be streaming this. Like, I'm only gonna focus on Ashes, and I'm only gonna be streaming this when Alpha 1 hits. I'm not actually streaming anymore right now because, it's hard to get into games when you know you're gonna drop them for a different game. So I'm just taking a break right now.
That makes sense.
And yeah, you can find me at The Couch Nerd on basically any social media platform, Twitch, Twitter. I have the same handle everywhere. So it's pretty easy to find me.
All right. And I just want to say real quick, thank you so much, Woodchip, for all of the support you've given us this stream and every stream, really. Thank you, Styx, for joining us. And hey, AJ, glad you could make it. I'm sorry we're about to end, though.
Hey. But welcome.
Oh, yes. And Crits wants you to know, keep hydrated, friends. And on that note, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And we will see you in about 2 weeks.
Thank you again for your time. Everyone, have a great day. Thank you for coming by.
Bye.
Bye-bye.